Hey everybody, how's the Impossible Blitz going for you? Today we're looking at Tsukuyomi, possibly my favorite Impossible quest. So first things first, you need to make sure to kill everybody in one shot, especially the wizard in the bottom right, because the wizard will fire off the ability lock, and ability lock here will cripple you because without having any protection from the gravity barriers, you're not going to be able to kill everybody, and they're going to revive each other. So you are going to have to try and kill everybody in one shot. Now, stage 2, if you have a Pierce type, this is the perfect position. Unfortunately, Murasame is a bounce type, so that path won't work. So we're going to have to take something a little bit different, but it's not too bad. As long as you clear everybody but one, I believe the one won't clear or revive everybody. It does depend on the particular monster that stays alive, I believe. But it will make your life a little bit easier. But for best results, do try and kill them in one shot. And alright, stage 3. We've got a pretty decent array to move around. So, let's see. Yeah, so is that everybody? I think that was everybody. But Pierce types are great just because of the mobility you have, and having monsters that have the speed up bomb combo, such as, let's see, who else is good? Snowbow. She's a very good character for this. It will help you make your lives easier. So, for this stage, you want to focus down on the wizard on the top and the homing dude on the bottom, because the top guy, like I said earlier, will ability lock you, which will make things very difficult, and the bottom guy will fire homing missiles, I believe, and that does a good amount of damage too. And sure, the wolves on the corner, they will power down you, but as long as you get that power up, it actually doesn't matter too much. And while Tsukuyomi will do a decent amount of damage, or actually it's not very even, not even, I wouldn't even classify it a decent amount of damage, but it is pretty negligible, at least compared to what the minions can do. So that's actually one of the things I like about the Tsukuyomi Impossible quest. You're actually focusing down on the minions rather than the boss, because of no hearts throughout this stage. It's actually the minions that'll whittle you down turn by turn by turn if you let them stay up. So it's a different take, and it's pretty, I like it a lot. Anyways, so you're basically wanting to make sure to whittle down the minions and getting those speed up bomb combos, as well as I do believe the boots come up a little bit more often in this stage, so you'll have a better chance of getting that extra speed to make sure to bounce into more than enough minions to get that damage in. Alright, so the next stage will feature some other mini boss. I forget its name right now, but it's not a deity type, so Napoleon won't be able to get her extra damage off on her. But there you go, making sure to take the path to hit Tempest for that speed boost and to knock out all of the minions. And of course, once again, do focus on the bottom two monsters. And this might take a little bit longer just because the mini boss has a good amount of HP, and you aren't going to get that bonus killer damage like I was saying earlier. But it's all about making sure you handle the minions. And as you can see, they will revive every single turn, a pair of them. So the more, if you leave anybody up, the more minions that are gonna be there that you have to deal with. And the less you have to deal with, the better for sure. Alright. And let's see. Oh yeah, one thing to know is that those meteor potholes, is that the right term? those potholes can actually do a lot of damage if you end up going back and forth a lot. I mean, ideally you won't be crossing it too much, but if you get into a bad situation, that can actually whittle off a good amount of HP. So it's actually better if those meteor hit your monster at the very beginning, just because if it does that, then there's no crater left behind. Oh, crater's probably the right word there. Okay, so mini boss is done, and let's see. Yep, we're off to the boss stage. We have 27 turns, and I believe there are 3 gauges. Yes, 3 gauges. And same thing as always, make sure you get the homing dude on the left and the wizard on the right. And that was actually a misfire. You saw me trying to aim, but I definitely missed. And as you can see, we've got damage walls at the very top. So no, you don't want to go up like that. Yes, side to side. Making sure you get rid of the minions and minimizing damage wall damage. And now that we only have 2 minions, reviving each turn, it should be not so bad. Make sure to try and take out everyone. Yep, that's good. And we're just gonna do this over and over again. Luckily there are no gravity barriers on this stage, so that first round ability lock isn't that big of a deal. I mean, we are gonna lose out on the killer damage, but we can deal with it for 1 turn. And yes, you don't want to stay too close to Tsukuyomi because that power down is a bit of a bummer. Oh, pretty close. And this should be the last move before we move on to the next stage. And, oh, well, I guess maybe 1 more turn. Oh, maybe not. The boot comes in to help. Alright, so the second stage is a little bit interesting. There are shields surrounding Tsukuyomi, and those shields actually are fairly easily breakable, but they also count as a revivable target. So you want to take out as many shields as possible and take out the minions, and just hope that the mini boss on the bottom left doesn't show up, because he puts up those damage walls, and you're probably not gonna have that many characters with damage wall support. So the less turns you see that guy, the better. And the only way to do that is to kill as many minions, including shields, as possible, so that you can increase the chance that that dragon stays dead. Because I don't want to see damage walls. Please stay away. And so focusing damage so that it takes out that shield on the left as well as the dragon, and no luck. He comes back alive. So I decide to use Tempest's Strike Shot, and if you do not remember, it increases in attack damage for every target you hit. So I was able to hit 4 there, so that was a decent amount of damage. And no dragon, so now is a chance to try and kill off. Oof, and it's back. That's pretty bad luck this turn. Usually it doesn't revive that often, but as you know, luck can be pretty fickle. Alright, final stage. So the minions are going to be on the top right and the bottom left. Once again, make sure to clear out those wizards. You don't want to see them around. Yep, instead of strike shotting, I'm going to opt to make sure to clear out the minions. And got a pretty nice bounce there. But the wizard's up, so we're going to have to deal with some damage walls this turn. Luckily they're all localized on the right side, so it's pretty avoidable. And of course, as I say that, I somehow get through the gap on the right side and take a good amount of damage. Remember, there's no hearts, so there's no recovering from that. And we're gonna try Tempest's Strike Shot again, and I get stuck on the left side this time. Oh, that's pretty bad luck. But luckily it's Napoleon's turn, and there's a bump combo to speed up and the boot, and with the help of her strike shot. Regular takedown skill, no problem. It actually might be a little better to bring more Pierce types, but thought bringing 2 Tempests would be pretty nice. And let's see the drops. Alright, 1 speed drop and under 10 minutes, not bad. Alright, well, that's it for this time. Until next time, bye bye.